This week on the Orion Newscast. The Chico City Council voted 5-2 to ban the sales of flavored tobacco in the city of Chico.
That the health is a much larger issue, we believe, than the impact on business.
How do you think your business is going to be affected after this?
We're going to lose a lot of business.
On Friday, high school and Chico State students walked out of class for the second time this semester on behalf of climate action.
And that we have the power. In fact, the future that we want is dependent on us acting and demanding these changes.
But first, our reviewer explores complex emotions of grief, hardship, and family ties in the new release, Waves.
Hi, my name is Angel Ortega, the Orion's resident film critic, and today I'll be reviewing the new Trey Edward Schultz film, Waves. The film follows an African-American family during a turbulent phase in their lives, and they try to learn to love again and bring their family together in light of a tragic loss. Waves is the best film of the year, no questions asked. The biggest takeaways of this film are the performances, visuals, including color scheme and cinematography, and the writing and narrative in general. The performances from Sterling Brown, Lucas Hedges, Kelvin Harrison Jr., and Taylor Russell, to name a few, are truly some of the most authentic of the year, to the point that everyone in the cast deserves an Oscar nomination. Every actor poured his or her soul into their respective characters, complementing the sorrowful tone that is present throughout. The visuals were mesmerizing. Both the vibrant and the dark colors, paired with the South Florida landscapes, added a sense of tranquility yet melancholy and were, of course, aesthetically pleasing. The cinematography, though sometimes a little nauseating with some of its fast movements, added to the overall pacing of the film, causing the narrative to flow well. But the writing and the narrative itself are what makes Waves the best film of the year. The dialogue between the characters highlights the turmoil a lot of the characters are experiencing throughout the film, and in all honesty, hit way too close to home for me. But to me, that's a good thing. If a movie appeals to your emotions and resonates with you, did it not accomplish what it set out to do? The focus of emotional vulnerability, especially with African American men, challenges societal ideals of masculinity, and I appreciate Waves for that. On top of that, the emotional turmoil within the characters that occurs as a result of the tragic loss brought an immense sense of realism that I was not emotionally prepared for. I love Waves, and it's becoming one of my favorite films of all time, but because of how intense this film is, it's going to be a while before I can watch it again. On the surface, since it is an art house film produced by A24, some may feel that this film is too pretentious for their liking. But I think it's important to keep in mind that everything in this film, from the visuals to the dialogue, has significance and was placed with intention. Like most other art house films, it will require patience and an open mind. Waves may not be for everyone, but if you put in the effort to thoroughly watch the film, I guarantee the payoff will be worth it. I give Waves 5 out of the 5 stars.
Hi there, I'm Julian Mendoza from the Orion, and I'm with
Megan Kavanaugh, owner of A&M Vapes. We've been open for 5 years. We've never sold to a minor. We've tried everything in our power to keep this out of children's hands. We don't want kids vaping. We have no interest in pushing it on vaping. We do not do media. We don't do radio. We do not do anything to get this where kids are hearing it and thinking it's cool.
Yolo County was the first jurisdiction in the United States to pass a 100% ban on flavored tobacco. Our original ordinance only impacted 20 different stores, and that was 3 years ago. Of those 20 stores, none of them have gone out of business for this ban. Yeah, it will have an impact, but that people can adapt, and that the health is a much larger issue, we believe, than the impact on business.
How do you think your business is going to be affected after this?
We're going to lose a lot of business. We will probably go under. We're a small mom and pop business. It's just me and my husband that own it. We have 2 kids to support. I have a mortgage to pay. I don't know.
This is Carolyn Allen with the Orion. We're here at the second Chico climate strike on Merriam Library Breezeway in front of the Bell Memoriam Union. We're at the climate strike, and why are we here?
I'm here because here at Chico State and here in this global community need to take action, because otherwise in 10 years we might not have a world anymore. We need to do our best to go out there and take action. And I just wanted to be out here to help do that.
As a student, how do you feel that the school is doing in regards to this and sustainability practices and why we're out here for this strike?
I think our school is actually doing really well in sustainable practices. And, you know, we're one of the most sustainable schools here on the planet. But, you know, this isn't just only us. This is a national climate strike that we're taking part of. This is often a issue that is just pushed onto the people and onto the consumer. What we can do is try to mobilize our congressmen, our people, how we can change our practices and hold the people at the top accountable.
I'm here with Stephen, who's a part of the Sunrise Movement at the Chico Climate Strike. So what are we doing out here today?
Today we are stopping business as usual and demanding that transformative action be taken to address the climate crisis that we are currently living through. And then we had a rally. We heard from folks from Inspire School of Arts and Sciences. We heard from folks from Chico State and community members as well, going on a march to re-energize and to encourage more folks to join us because we have a full day ahead. Then we're going to have a workshop on the Green New Deal, which is the vision that we are fighting for as a way to address both the climate crisis and the social and economic inequalities that we are continually plagued by in this country.
And so what do you want students to take away from this day and from this strike, and what's your basic goal to accomplish here?
We cannot move on the way things have been. We cannot carry on with business as usual. And that we have the power, in fact, the future that we want is dependent on us acting and demanding these changes. I want people to know that there are ways that they can act on the climate grief that they may be feeling and the anger that they may be feeling towards PG&E or our government or the corporations who have led us to this point, and also that it's fun and that there's community in this work.